cut right here is called beef navel brisket bone in. It's not your typical smoked brisket that we do. Here in Laredo, it's more of a regional. It's a regional cut of meat for South Texas. You won't find it anywhere else, or it gets harder to find. We usually call it el brisket, el huesito. We usually season it with chupa hueso, Don Juan.
El beef navel brisket, como pueden ver, aquí tenemos el huesito. Este no lo pueden encontrar allá en otras partes, solamente aquí en la frontera de Texas, Laredo. Y cuando vengan a Laredo los invito a que vengan a la carnicería, se llama Narváez. Está ubicada aquí en Laredo, Texas, y tiene las mejores carnes.
Farther than San Antonio, barely in San Antonio, and far south in the valley, I'm not too sure on that one. But if you go, let's say Florida or Georgia, you don't find that meat. It's rare. I think you have to ask for it. Usually when you have a cookout in other places, you buy New York strips, you buy T-bone, you buy fine cuts of meat. It gets too expensive. You can pitch in and this and that, but right here, like we usually one pays for it, or we all pitch in, but it's not too expensive. You cook it up real quick. It's thin. It's a thin cut, so we cook it up on both sides. We season it well, and then we put it on some tortillas right here, corn tortillas or flour tortillas. We want to make this cut known through the whole U.S. If y'all can help us, we call it brisket here, but it's beef navel brisket. And yeah, if you guys want some, just go ahead and ask your meat market if they can go ahead and cut you some. It's still part of the brisket, the one everybody knows and smokes and barbecues. Laredo's brisket, or Laredo brisket, because like I said, it's known here. This is a border town, and a lot of people pass through the border. It's the largest border land port here in the U.S. And if you talk to any Hispanic inside New York, wherever, they probably know Laredo. It's also famous, so we want to add that famous part of Laredo about the brisket. Before you couldn't even find fajita either until it started getting more notice. Now we want to bring the brisket too.